everybody, and welcome to another episode of Computer Central 101. I'm starting to lose track of which season and which episode it is, but I think it's 3-3, so season 3, episode 3. But anyways, today we're going to do a rant about Samsung. And if anybody knows my feelings about Samsung, you'd know that this is going to be a very interesting episode. And if you don't know my feelings about Samsung, then you're going to know them after the end of this episode. So without any further ado whatsoever, let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to just start demonstrating my point by telling you all of Samsung's electronics. Like smartphones, tablets, not laptops, just smartphones and tablets, mobile devices. Ready? Galaxy Note 5, S6 Edge Plus, S5 Neo, S4 Mini, Galaxy Folder, Galaxy Tab S2, Tab S2, A8 Duos, A8 V Plus, J7, J5, E 9.6, 550, S6 Active 3V, Galaxy Tab A, Galaxy Tab A 9.7, Tab A8, Galaxy X Cover 3, S6 Edge, S6, S6 Edge, S6 Duos, J1 4G, J1, Tab 3 Lite 7.0 VE, Z1, A7 Duos, A7, Grand Max, E7, E5, Core Prime, A5 Duos, A5, A3 Duos, A3, S5 Plus, Pocket 2V, Grand Prime Duos, TV, Grand Prime, A-Style LTE GE357, Note Edge, Note 4 Duos, Note 4 CDMA, Note 4, Tab Active LTE, Tab Active, Mega 2 Gear S, S5 LTE AG901, F Alpha, Alpha S801, Alpha S5 Mini Duos, Avant, S Duos 3, Guru Music 2, Metro 312, Ace Next, Star 2 Plus, S5 Mini, Ace 4, Gang 2, Star 2, Core 2, S5 Sport, S5 LTE A, Tab S 8.4, Tab S 10.5, LTE, Tab S 10.5, Core Lite LTE, S3 Neo, W, a phone that's just called Z, S5 Active K Zoom, Galaxy Beam 2, and the Galaxy S3 Neo, and I'm sure there are more, but if you go to gsmarena.com/samsungphones9.php, it gives you a 12-screened list. So I just read the first screen in speed mode, and you can see there are a lot of phones. I have no idea of the exact number. Let me count and get that back to you. But there are a lot of phones, from the Galaxy S6 days back to Galaxy S3 days, phones and tablets and all that stuff. Back only 6, S5, S4, S3, only 4 generations back, there's all that stuff. And this might be why Samsung isn't doing as well as planned, because they're investing all their let's look at Apple. Apple is investing their time into quality products, like 1 smartphone a year or 2 smartphones a year. Samsung is investing their time they're scattering their time into a bunch of pieces, and they're scattering their employees into a bunch of pieces. Okay, you go work on the Galaxy Grand Max, you go work on the Galaxy A7, you go work on the S6 Edge, you go work on the S6 Edge Plus. Instead of doing that, maybe they should make 2 main smartphone lines a year. So maybe the Galaxy S6 and the Note 5 would have been good smartphones for this year. And maybe that way, if Samsung had focused more attention onto 1 smartphone line or 2 smartphone lines, instead of filling their stores with all this junk that nobody needs and nobody really cares about. So how many people do you think bought the Galaxy Z1 or the Galaxy A7 Duos? Do you think that those people could have bought the Galaxy S6 or the Galaxy Note 5 instead? Or maybe you could make a Galaxy S6 Lite or a Note 5 Lite, and then there would be 4 smartphones a year. And even that's fine, but you can't make like 20 smartphones a year. That is not showing us that you are investing all your time and money into creating a quality premium product that mainstream consumers can buy. And that is not the vibe that Samsung is giving off here, and that's probably why they're not doing so well, because they're making incremental additions and then they're expecting people to buy it. Like, what kind of thinking is that? And then there's TouchWiz. Now, why can't Samsung follow the likes of a company like Motorola, who put a slightly modified version of stock Android onto their phones? So in Motorola's version, there's a few extra features and helpful apps, but it's not a complete visual overhaul of the whole operating system. And that's what TouchWiz is. It's a complete visual and features overhaul of the whole operating system. So Samsung is using Google as a leech. They're taking Android and, they're modifying it and adding all these useless features and completely ruining the whole user interface, and then selling it on their phones and selling it to the mainstream market. What is that exactly? So I know that, Android is open source and all that, and you can modify it and all that, and, sell it with, I think you have to pay Google to sell it, but how much can you modify Android without making it not Android anymore? And that's something Samsung needs to think about, and perhaps they can restore their TouchWiz to a more Android-like form, because right now it's a complete mess. It completely destroyed the UI of Android Lollipop. Android Lollipop is such a great UI, but Samsung has completely destroyed it. And I don't know what's wrong with these people and this company, and I don't know what they're thinking, but I hope that they stop thinking however they're thinking soon and start thinking like companies like Motorola are thinking, and companies like Google are thinking, and that's why companies like those companies are doing very well, and that's why Samsung is not doing very well. So, anyways, that was the Samsung rant. How long can I rant for? I can't really rant for that long. Every once in a while I get a good idea, so we didn't do future of smartphones today, but because I thought it would be boring and I thought you might like to hear a Samsung rant instead. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you'll see some fancy new graphics in this video. That's mostly why I chose to make this video. Plus I had a bit of anger building up on Samsung with their new S6 Edge Plus and Note 5. Complete rip-off phones. The pinnacle of planned obsolescence. Anyways, that's something for another video. Another Samsung rant might be coming up. But if you enjoy, also subscribe so you're always notified when the newest video comes out. I hope you enjoyed this video once again, and see you next time.